Today we're looking at some people who need to face karma, and trust me, one day they will.
Ah, look who it is.
Don't you dare touch me.
You want to make noise? I'll make noise too.
I didn't make any noise.
Oh, no?
I was asleep. It's 11 o'clock.
No, I heard noise upstairs. You want to bang? I'll bang as much as you want to bang, okay?
It is 11 o'clock. I am trying to sleep. I have work in the morning.
No, I don't believe that. No. Okay?
This is creepy.
I
Ew.
heard the music upstairs.
I didn't have anything playing. I am trying to sleep.
Well, make sure you don't.
Can you
'Cause
please?
I'll blast as long
Sir,
as you blast.
you are yelling
and you want
over
to
that.
bang during the day, and I'll bang just as much as you do.
Can you please turn that down?
All right? I'll
Can you
turn
please?
it down, just so that I don't hear nothing at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning from you.
I am asleep.
Okay?
What I'm getting from that video is that the downstairs neighbour is not happy that the upstairs neighbour is being loud, so basically in retaliation he decided to turn his TV up whenever she was sleeping. Living in a completely detached house may be expensive, but god, it's worth it. I think if everyone could afford it, we would all live in like our own little farmhouses. Imagine living in the middle of nowhere on a load of land with a big mansion and like a really nice lake. I feel like if we could all afford that, we'd definitely do it. I live in a semi-detached house, so I do have neighbours which are technically connected to my house, so I can relate to loud neighbours. Like my new neighbour isn't too bad. However, one's in the past, oh god. Something tells me there are two sides to this story, so a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying maybe she was being loud, or maybe the person below them was being loud. I do feel like there's a bit of context we're missing. The guy's clearly fed up and she's clearly playing the victim. But how do you know that it's her making the noise? If they live in an apartment complex, which I think they do, it could be like another neighbour. You know, it could be a neighbour who lives across the corridor. He's obviously blasting his TV in retaliation, but it's possible she's not the one he thinks he can hear at 3 AM. I used to think all the noises I heard sometimes with my upstairs neighbour or someone on my floor. When I went into the hall, I couldn't hear anything anymore. I finally found out it's my downstairs neighbour. I guess the sound travels through the vents in a way that makes everything in the unit really audible for me. I mean, yeah, for all we know, it might not actually be her making the noise. It could be like another neighbour. I feel like in a situation like that, the best thing to do is, you know, report it to the landlord or report it to reception, rather than just turning your TV up really loud. I work at the Walgreens pharmacy. An employee from the retail floor sets her friend up to sell my Louis Vuitton bag. Okay, so Louis Vuitton bags are like thousands of pounds, I'm pretty sure. This isn't like a £20 bag, it's a £2,000 bag. Okay, so that's someone walking in. Who is the thief? Okay, so that person's wearing a cap. I've got a feeling it might be them. I swear thieves always wear caps. It's so suspicious, isn't it? Oh, and there she is with the bag. Yep, it was her, I knew it. Thieves always wear caps. And I think that might be the victim in there as well. Oh wait, no, that might be the victim, I don't know. All I know is that the person wearing the cap, yep, there she is. Put it this way, if you're ever in a shop and someone's wearing a cap and looks really suspicious, they're probably gonna try and steal something. Did you get it back, and was she fired? Okay, so I did write down the thread, and apparently she didn't get it back. Took original poster 9 hours to respond to anyone who possibly uploaded it before work. Summary bag not returned. Management won't help or believe it was set up by a co-worker. There's literally CCTV, so there is proof that it did get nicked. At that point, post on social media or just go to the police. You do have proof that someone stole your bag. You know, they're wearing a cap, they walked in and they ran out. So at least you've got some form of CCTV proof. However, why is the work management not helping you? Not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but maybe they're also in it. TikToker sentenced to 3 years in prison for blocking tramway traffic just to record a TikTok video. I already know that this video is not going to be in the UK or America, because in America you could do this and just get slapped in the bum. Something tells me this is definitely in a much more strict area. I just want to know why. Like, why? What do you get out of doing that? You've literally nearly just got squished. At one point, I genuinely thought the tram was going to run over him. And then in the end, he went to jail. Good, finally some consequences. Okay, so I did do a little bit of digging. I think that video might be out of Morocco. Obviously, Morocco have a lot more strict laws. You know, if you done that in America, you wouldn't get in trouble. In Morocco, you're going straight to jail. Wonder if those 3 years were worth the likes and views. Who wants to bet he barely got any likes and views? Like, he literally wasted 3 years of his life in a Moroccan jail. Like, that does not sound like a nice place to be. And yet again, he could have easily avoided it just by not acting like an idiot.
Verify, where's my slip and slide?
I always wonder how people film videos like that. How do they do stuff like that and not get caught? Every single time I go into a shop, I'm always getting followed. Now, I don't steal. However, like, how are they literally doing that without getting kicked out beforehand? Some people have to work for a living. That's what's most annoying about influencers, in my opinion. They do not seem to understand that. It's not always playtime. That's why most pranks aren't really funny. The only people who find videos like that are dumb people. Like, I'm so sorry, people who've got no humor find that funny. I just feel bad for the cleaners because the retail workers probably won't have to clean that up. The cleaners will. And cleaning is not as easy as it looks. I know you might look at a cleaner and think, oh, they only have to scrub that for a few seconds. There's been times where I've dropped pickled onion. Obviously, it's went everywhere. I've scrubbed at it for hours and the smell is still there. Now, imagine that with milk. That's why I don't like seeing videos like that, because they just create a mess and then run off. And then people who are paid barely anything have to deal with it. After working retail for 15 years, people do not get paid enough for this crap. Even at the assistant manager level, have some empathy. And you need to get out when someone broke a jar of apple cider vinegar and just walked away. Yet again, that's like the pickled onion thing I was telling you about. That will absolutely stink for days. If you don't start scrubbing it straight away, it's going to stink for the rest of the time. And it's the fact that they just walked away. You know, at least tell someone, tell a worker, tell a cleaner. They'll probably be a lot more thankful and won't make you pay for it. All I'm going to say is one day these pranksters are going to do the prank in the wrong place at the wrong time and end up with black eye. I'm an a-hole for not wearing a bride at my friend's wedding. Okay, so let's sit back and read that title again. You know, let's really indulge what it actually means. I'm an a-hole for not wearing a bride to my friend's wedding. Something's clicking for me, but it quite clearly isn't clicking for you. I'm a 23 female and have small boobs. You can't tell if I'm wearing a bra or not in most tops, so when I can, I don't wear a bra as I find them uncomfortable. My friend Kate, 25 female, is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I accepted, and then she texted me privately to ask if I could wear a bra for a wedding. She doesn't want me to flash someone. Okay, so she doesn't want you to flash someone. Are you a flasher? Are you like a serial flasher? I tried explaining to her that the bridesmaid dress she had picked out had full sleeves, so you wouldn't be able to tell, as the material is also very thick. Kate got really mad at me and my sister and said maybe I should suck it up and wear a bra. I mean, I'm with Kate by the sounds of it. You are being a pain in the bum. Just wear the bloody bra. I just find it to be a weird invasive question, as you literally can't tell if I had a bra on in the first place or not in that dress. And I'm sure no one over there is staring at my chest. But that's not the point. The whole point is that you were asked to wear one, so wear one. You only have to wear it for a few hours. Keep in mind, you've been invited to the wedding and you're a bridesmaid. Just do what you've been asked to do. If she's bringing it up, maybe it's more noticeable than you think. Is this really a hill you want to die on? She's not asking you to colour your hair or hide tattoos. Is this worth threatening a friendship over? If it's that much of a burden to you, take it off after the ceremony and photo. Soft, you're the a-hole. I mean, I wouldn't say she's a soft one. I'd just say she's just purposely being a pain in the bum. Have you ever met someone who just goes about their life to irritate people? That kind of reminds me of them pranksters. I feel like she knows exactly what she's doing, but she's purposely playing the victim. Just wear the bloody bra. I'm an a-hole for telling my daughter her boyfriend is goofy looking. So let me get this straight. Your daughter has fallen in love. She's met the man of her dreams, and you want to say he's goofy looking. I already know what type of parent this is. I, 57 female, just want to start by saying my daughter's boyfriend is a lovely person. In the first sentence, you've told us that you're 57, you care about your 20-year-old daughter's boyfriend, who's also 20. And how are you gonna sit there and be like, he's a lovely person? He might be a lovely person, but apparently you think he's bloody goofy looking. He's kind-hearted, upbeat, respectful, polite, and just generally a good-natured soul. The only thing that throws me off about him is his appearance. He looks like SpongeBob personified. Okay, who cares? That's not the point. Your daughter's literally in a relationship with him. She's in love. Like, just be happy for her. I've always envisioned my daughter with someone that's easy and the eyes are at least average, but I guess my visions were wrong. So what you really wanted is your daughter to date someone who's a 10 out of 10. So you didn't actually care about the boyfriend. This actually reminds me of a conversation I had with someone whenever I was 16. Basically, their parents choose their future for them, and I'm getting them vibes from that Reddit thread. Something tells me that this mother does not care about her daughter's happiness. She just wants her daughter to look good. It's kind of like how parents choose how their children should live their lives. They don't want their child to actually be happy. They just want their child to live their life the way they want them to live their life. It's basically them just being controlling. She's truly in love with this guy, and I'm very happy for her, so I didn't want to say anything. So don't say anything. You've literally been given a choice. Should you speak up or stay silent? Your daughter quite clearly is happily in a relationship with a guy, and the only person who's got an issue is you. When she asked me for my opinion on him the next day over a call, I said he seemed like a nice guy, but he was a little goofy looking, and he resembled SpongeBob a bit. My honesty pissed her off, and she hung up on me. Didn't talk to me for the rest of the day. I told my husband about what happened, and he agreed that she has every right to be mad, and that what I said was completely unnecessary. I understand I shouldn't have said what I did, but I feel like my daughter's overreacting a little too much. I'm an a-hole. I'm all for people being honest. However, I feel like sometimes you should keep your honesty to yourself. You know, if someone's asking you a question like that, oh, do you like my boyfriend? Don't turn around and say, oh yeah, he's a lovely guy, but he looks a bit dorky. lie. You know, it is okay to lie sometimes. You're the a-hole. She's clearly into him for his personality and is either into his appearance or it's nowhere near a deal breaker. You should have shown tact and not mention his appearance but stayed in his personality. Or if you had to bring up his appearance and said something more tactful than comparing him to SpongeBob. Or how about don't mention his appearance? Just say if you're happy, I'm happy. It's not that difficult. Your expectations of who she dates doesn't matter, so how you envisioned her boyfriends is irrelevant. Rather, it shows you in a negative light with the context and how you express your opinion. Exactly, it literally makes me feel like she's a very, very controlling parent, and if she isn't happy, that means the rest of the family can't be happy. It just gives me controlling vibes. It's kind of like, oh, your boyfriend looks like that, he does that, yeah, don't date him. It's kind of like whenever parents choose their children's careers for them. I had a friend growing up who wanted to do construction stuff, but his parents wanted him to be like a nurse or a doctor, and they basically ended up forcing him to go to university for it. Keep in mind, he never wanted to do that. He wanted to get into construction. I just don't understand it. Look, I think it's good to look out for your kids. However, you don't do it in that way. You don't go up to your daughter and say, yeah, your boyfriend looks dumb, like he looks weird. You just don't say that. Biker thinks she owns the road. Okay, is this the biker with the dogs?
You're not moving. You're on the wrong side of the road.
Excuse me.
You're on the wrong side of the road.
Oh!
Really?
You're on the wrong side of the road.
Okay, well, the video cut off there, but it looks as if they're about to get into a bit of a scrap. Another video cut off just when it was about to get interesting. Exactly, they're literally about to start slapping each other. They're about to fully on scrap. And trust me, I want to see it. When this was first posted over a year or two ago, it was longer than it got into a shopping match. Okay, so it looks like they did end up basically squaring up to each other and fighting. I'm not a cyclist, so I don't really know who's in the wrong. I kind of feel like they're both in the wrong. I feel like the cyclist could have easily moved, and she did speed up at the end. You know, we did see her speeding towards a pedestrian, but I also feel like the woman who was filming could have easily moved. Like, it's not that difficult to take 2 steps to the side. So I feel like they're both in the wrong. Cyclists here, I hate cyclists like this. They create anger towards all cyclists. Anger towards cyclists is a real thing. I've seen a lot of videos on Twitter of bad cyclists. That's like 0.01%. I know 99.9% cyclists are good people. However, there is a lot of people like that. Reddit also had a bit of a mixed reaction. You know, 50% of people were with the cyclist, 50% of the people were with the person filming the video. I'm not really interested in that bit. I just want to know why she wasn't wearing a helmet. I'm gonna put a screenshot up beside me. Does it look like she's wearing one? I don't think she is. I was actually on a walk a few days ago. By the way, it's really stormy in Northern Ireland right now. It was super icy a few days ago though. And there was a guy on a bicycle and he basically went to turn his wheel, proper face planted in front of me. I went over to see if he was okay, you know, because I'm a good person, not just gonna walk off and pretend it didn't happen. However, he wasn't wearing a helmet. You need to wear a helmet on a bicycle. Like, I don't even care about the fact that they literally had a little fight. I want to know why she's not wearing a bloody helmet. Inconsiderate a-hole screaming in a pizzeria for clout. Oh my god, they look so scared. I'm so sorry, but if I was in a restaurant or pizzeria and a guy started screaming like that, I'd be running out. Like, I'd be thinking something bad's about to happen, something's going on with him. This would have terrified me. Absolutely insane behavior. I mean, he's definitely insane, but somebody doesn't have a social anxiety. Social anxiety is social anxiety of him.
Are you getting so upset then if your children are so wonderful?
Because you're walking out here. Let them in. They're outside.
Oh yeah, they're inside. Everywhere I go, they're shrieking kids. I go right back to you.
Yeah,
okay, lady. Okay. Everybody has to shriek. Okay. This is the world we live in. Everybody yells.
So she's angry because kids are screaming and having fun.
Kids are shrieking. I heard them way over there. Oh, they're kids. Well, I'm an adult. Can I shriek?
If you want to.
You guys.
Oh, there's nowhere that I can get away where there isn't shrieking kids.
I'm sorry.
Everywhere they are.
You're at a park.
Well, it's true,
There's
lady.
ducks.
You are screaming also right now.
Yeah, because your kids are. Why can't I?
You can.
Is it a law that only your kids and these kids can shriek?
Listen, you can scream, but then don't get mad at our kids for shrieking, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm only shrieking because they were.
But they're outside enjoying
Oh, they're outside. Well, why don't you take them inside your house to let them shriek? Or do you not like that?
No,
They do.
They do.
Well, then take them back there.
We're just outside for an outing. They don't have school today, ma'am.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to relax. And all I hear is shrieking kids.
Can you
Why don't you relax inside?
Oh, you see? I have to come at a certain time. Okay, what is your schedule? I can only come at your schedule. I'm sorry, I didn't know you own this place.
if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to hear
Yeah, I know. If I don't want to hear kids and I gotta wear earphones, right?
I'm so confused about that video. So let me get this straight. That woman is angry because kids are outside screaming, having fun. That's literally opposite what adults told me growing up. They're always like, yeah, stop spending so much time inside and actually go outside. She is one Nazi and confused person. She was literally shaking with anger towards the end of the video, sad and scary. A few people on Reddit were saying that maybe she's got autism or some sort of like sensory issue, where, you know, she gets very triggered over loud noises. However, you do have to keep in mind, if you go to a park during the day, there's probably going to be a lot of noises. There's going to be ducks, children, babies, probably like, I don't know, people singing. That's just the reality of being out in a sunny day. She was getting pretty furious towards the end. Like, it literally looked like she was shaking at one point. And yet again, that's over kids having fun. Well, anyways, guys, let's leave that video there. If we see more videos like this, let me know, definitely will. Press subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.